For most of my career, whether I was sitting in a corporate office or running my own business, Sunday nights had a personality, and it wasn't a friendly one. Around 8 o'clock, right on schedule, that knot would show up in my stomach. It didn't matter if I'd had a productive weekend or barely opened my laptop. Monday was coming, and it came with the mental parade: email, voicemail, client requests, shifting deadlines, and at least one surprise problem just waiting to ruin my morning coffee. It was a lot. And so naturally, I tried the obvious solution: work more. If I could just get ahead, it would be better, right? Not even close. The more I worked, the more I noticed what wasn't done. Instead of feeling prepared, I felt behind before the week even started. It was like running on a treadmill that someone else kept speeding up. The cycle finally broke when I stopped trying to fix Sunday and started paying attention to Friday. I made Friday afternoon my time. No meetings after 1 o'clock. No squeezing in. Just one more call. Just a few hours to close out the week on purpose instead of limping across the finish line. And it changed everything. I started using Friday afternoon planning time to reduce my stress for the following week. I got organized. Now, I've been a fan of Inbox Zero for years. Not because it's trendy, but because I hate that nagging feeling of unfinished business. So Friday afternoon is when I absolutely clean up. I respond, delegate, move things into action folders. But when I shut down, there are no loose ends staring back at me. Same goes for my desk. Papers get filed, though there's not a lot of paper anymore. Random receipts get logged. Notes, if there are any, get sorted. It's part office reset and part purse clean out, because if I've had a lot of meetings, there's a lot of stray pieces of paper in there too. Nothing glamorous, but it makes Monday feel a lot less chaotic. And stop and look at my task list. I collect ideas all week long and I put them on that list of things to do. But Friday is when I really make sense of them. I look at what matters. I cross off the things that don't and move key notes into project folders or send them on to someone else who's going to do something with it. It's kind of like clearing mental tabs before they crash your browser. And then comes the honest part. And this is not always easy, but I look at what didn't get done. Sometimes it's a time issue, and sometimes, if I'm being honest, it's not a priority. If I keep pushing something off, I got to ask, is it actually important or just something I think I should do? If it matters, it goes on my calendar, or I give it to someone else to do. And if it doesn't, I cross it off my list without guilt. Then there are those good ideas, but wrong timing. Well, I use a task management program and I create a task 3 months or 6 months from now for that item. And if it pops up a second time and I'm still not getting it done, bye bye idea. What that does is it gets it out of my head, off my to do list. And quite honestly, that's exactly where it belongs for right now. Yes, the weekend. I plan for the weekend. Yeah, as a business owner, you're still gonna check in on weekends, but you can do it on your terms. Friday afternoon is when I decide what, if anything, I'm going to work on and when I'm going to step away. I block time for walks and dinners and anything that reminds me that I have a life outside of my laptop, because I know that if I don't plan my downtime, work will happily fill every inch. The result: Sunday nights don't sneak up anymore. I'm not lying awake running through an endless to do list. I know exactly what's waiting for me. And more importantly, I know what's not. So, how do you manage your to do list? If you'd like some help talking through some ideas, give me a call. You can find a link at morethanafewwords.com slash office hours. This has been another episode of More Than a Few Words. Thanks.